Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about Mean Girls. That's right, your favorite fucking chick flick, right? From 2004. Not the new piece of shit that came out. No, I don't know. Well, the truth is, I didn't fucking see the new one. Okay, I ain't going to fucking see it. I'm never going to see the fucking new one, all right? I'm never going to fucking review it, all right? So fuck it, all right? The fucking musical, whatever the fuck it is. That's all they keep doing. They just keep fucking remaking everything now. Anything that was good in the past, they're fucking just remaking it now. It's a Broadway show or some shit. I know in New York they've got this fucking Back to the Future Broadway show, the musical, which I heard was a piece of shit. Why would you remake Back to the Future as a fucking musical? It's dumb. It's a fucking dumb idea. But that's what Hollywood's doing. That's what they're all. They're running out of ideas. There's no originality anymore. Okay. Everything is a fucking reboot, a sequel, or a spinoff, man. It's ridiculous. You want to know why Hollywood's dying? It's because of shit like this. You come up with a good idea. This movie I think is a piece of shit, but apparently it made a lot of money. It's a fucking cult classic for you girls. You all saw something in it that you liked, that you wanted to see over and over again. Okay, this movie made Lindsay Lohan from a fucking child actress to a fucking adult actress for however short amount of time that was. She's technically still an actress, but she's not really getting those roles anymore, and we all know why, okay? That bitch is fucking, oh my God, dude. But anyway, this is 2004 here, and this movie is very popular with girls, man. It's fucking insane. Gay guys too, okay, but mostly girls, I think. Okay, it's perfect. It's a perfect type of movie for me to fucking deconstruct and take apart and give you something that was not involved in the making of this movie, and that is a straight man. Okay, there's no heterosexuality in this movie at all. Not really. Maybe you can make the argument from the girl's point of view, but as far as men, as far as the way that men act, this is the same shit that we see in every fucking chick flick, every fucking rom-com, is the men don't act like fucking men. They act like a feminist, an ultra fucking third wave feminist, or a fucking gay guy's interpretation of what a man is. A straight man, at least, okay? It's not realistic at all. From the woman's point of view, I'm sure it's pretty fucking dead on. It's wish fulfillment, or it's realistic, whatever the fuck. I had the same problem with Sex and the City. Okay, they got the women right, I guess. But the men, they did not get right at all, okay? And oh my God, if you really want to know what guys think about fucking Sex and the City, you need to watch my reviews, all right? Because I reviewed every fucking episode. And I also reviewed that fucking piece of shit fucking And Just Like Crap. I reviewed all of them, okay, on this fucking channel. Just look it up, okay? I reviewed a lot of them. All right. If you want to know what men think about this fucking show, because you're not gonna, your boyfriend's not gonna tell you, your husband's not gonna tell you, your dad's not gonna tell you. I'll fucking tell you. I got nothing to gain by lying to you. All right. And I've watched every fucking episode of Sex and the City. All right. So I'm gonna watch this piece of shit too. Now I've already reviewed fucking Thelma and Louise, The Notebook, Dirty Dancing, Pretty Woman, Officer and Gentleman. Fucking what was it? What the fuck is it now? Oh my God. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh my God. How many movies have I done already? Romeo and Juliet, League of Their Own. So I've got a few movies under my belt here. All right, Boomerang. But I like to take this shit apart. Okay, now every once in a while you'll get a good fucking. I was impressed by some of the fucking movies that I saw. Like Thelma and Louise. I'd never seen that before. First time I ever saw that movie was last year when I reviewed it. That was the first time I'd ever fucking seen that movie. Okay, and I was impressed by how good it was. I really was. Okay, I was pleasantly surprised, because I went in there thinking it's going to be another fucking piece of shit. I've seen enough rom-coms to know, okay, that they're mostly fucking pieces of shit. Okay, now you can make the argument, well, guy movies are pieces of shit too. Yes, there's plenty of guy movies that are pieces of shit, but the difference is we go into a fucking guy movie. When I go into fucking see fucking Enter the Dragon, or I go into fucking see Lone Wolf McQuade, or I go in to see the fucking Expendables or some shit like that, I know it's bullshit going in, and I know it's bullshit going out. I don't think that's going to happen to me, all right? I don't, okay? I know it's not going to happen to me, all right? When I watch Die Hard, I know that shit's never going to fucking happen to me, and if it did happen to me, I'm not going to act the way the guy in the fucking movie acts, all right? Okay? I know that. I know it ain't going to go down like that, all right? So that's the difference, okay? You fucking girls watch this shit and you think it's fucking gonna happen to you, just like it happened in that movie. Oh my god, get the fuck out of here with that noise. Oh god, fucking disgusting. That's the difference. That's the only problem I have with chick flicks, all right? They don't get the men right, and they try to give you this idea of how the world works, okay? And I have nothing against the genre per se. I think it's great that women have movies for themselves, or whether they're their own character dealing with female issues. That's fine. I got nothing against. I'd be a hypocrite to fucking talk bad about that. Okay? No, but what I mean is that the way these circumstances play out, it's so obvious. It's so obviously fabricated. Okay? I mean, the best storytellers, okay, obviously all storytellers are liars, but they lie to you in a way that's entertaining. Okay? They don't show you how they're lying to you. These movies show you how they're lying to you, okay? You can see the strings being pulled here. You can see the characters acting a certain way because it's a plot device, or because they need to fucking a segue to the next scene, or they need this to happen, so we're gonna have to make this character dumb, or some shit like that. It's so fucking obvious. That's the biggest problem I have with this movie, is that it's so fucking predictable, it's so fucking obvious, and therefore it's so fucking unrealistic. There's no verisimilitude here, okay? The characters don't act the way a normal person would act, or at least a person that's supposed to be a certain type of character, okay? The only person in this movie with any sort of fucking rationality at all is the main character, Katie. That's fucking Lindsay Lohan's character. She's the only one. She's the only one that has a good idea of what's going on around her, and has self-awareness. Okay, she's the only one, and she's the main character, she's the protagonist, but she's the only one. Okay, and if she's going to be the only person in this movie that's self-aware, okay, that actually does deduction and can actually reason, if she's the only character that has a good amount of that, then you can't make everyone else a fucking idiot. Okay, you can't make her an underdog. Because she's a one-eyed man in a kingdom of fucking blind people. You see what I mean? That's what she is. Okay? And that's a terrible fucking script. The best fucking movies are the ones when you have the protagonist and the antagonist, when they're both fucking pretty good deductive reasoners, or when the antagonist is even more powerful than the protagonist. Now you've got drama. Now you've got a challenge. Now you've got conflict. Okay? Now you've got to root for the good guy. Okay? Because even you can't figure out how they're going to beat this. When the threat is bigger than the protagonist, okay, that's good drama, okay? But fucking Lindsay Lohan's character, Katie, walks through this movie like a fucking hot knife through butter. She walks right through the fucking, the popular girls like it's nothing, without even fucking trying. I mean, these popular girls, the plastics, the queens of the high school, they're so fucking stupid, they can't even see a fucking snake in their own midst. How do you achieve a level of popularity when you're so easily fucking manipulated? You can't. Now, don't get me wrong. I've known some dumb fucks in high school. Okay, I went to high school too. Okay, like some of the football players were dumb as shit. Some of the cheerleaders were dumb as shit. I know I had classes with some of them. Okay, but the leaders were never dumb as shit. Okay, the people have the social hierarchy. Okay, usually, when I went to high school, the captain of the football team, that guy, not only was he not a fucking idiot, he was like one of the smartest kids in class. Okay, like straight A's all the way, getting a full scholarship. Okay, I mean, and he was athletic, and he was tall, and fucking, most of us normal guys hated him because he got all the fucking hot girls. Okay, but that was it. Okay, and came from a rich family, and he fucking drove a goddamn Firebird, and all sorts of shit, that we all wish we could have. Okay, that was the popular guys. Okay, the most popular guy in high school when I was in high school. That's what he was. All right, he had all those things going for him. He was not a dumb fuck. And any new kid who came in there that could play football or whatever, or even had game with girls or whatever, if he tried to come in there and take that spot, he would have met a lot of fucking resistance. Okay, I'm not saying he couldn't do it, but more than likely he couldn't do it. Okay, like he would have, because if someone's trying to manipulate him, he can see that coming already, because he manipulated to get to where he is, so he knows that. Okay, he knows a manipulator when he sees one, because he's one himself. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about, okay? These women, this fucking Regina here, Rachel McAdams' character, and her fucking cronies are all a bunch of fucking idiots. I mean, fucking Karen, that's That's what Amanda Seyfried's character, Karen, is fucking borderline retarded. Okay? Like, how this bitch even fucking wipes her own ass, I don't even fucking know. Okay? I mean, that's how fucking stupid they are. And I remember the popular girls in school were not that stupid. Some of them were, but most of them were average intelligence. And a few of them, the leaders at least, the social hierarchy girls, okay, those girls were fucking super smart. Okay, I'm talking like the valedictorians and shit, okay? They were popular and they were really smart, okay? And anyone with fucking 2 brain cells would figure out exactly what this new girl, Katie, is doing. How she's manipulating them, playing them off of each other. Okay, Katie meets no fucking resistance at all from the fucking the popular girls. Not only that, the popular girls insult her to her face, and then don't realize that Katie would backstab them. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, they're backstabbers themselves, but the fact that this new girl who they've insulted is not gonna backstab them, you know, like, what the fuck? It would be the equivalent of me, you know, telling you, hey, I fucked your mom. By the way, can you hold this fucking $500 for me, you know, and give it back to me tomorrow? Here. You see what I mean? Like, what the fuck? What do you think is going to fucking happen? Okay? And no one involved in writing this fucking movie ever put that together or ever realized that. Okay? And that's why the movie does not ring true. That's why the movie lost me very at the beginning. The first time I saw this movie was like in, I want to say 2006 or something, because the girl I was dating at the time, she loved this movie and she wanted to see it, so we watched it together. And that was the biggest problem I had with it back then, was that it made no sense. It wasn't realistic. Okay, how the fuck can you insult somebody and then stick your neck out and give them a knife? I mean, what the fuck is this? This would never happen. You see what I mean? So anyway, so that's the biggest problem I have with it. Okay, and I'm gonna go back onto that theme here throughout the course of this review. All right, but I watched it again, so that I can review it here. I know you girls like it. I think there is some sort of a charm, and this movie really is a time capsule. I mean, if you want to know what 2004 high school looked like, this is a pretty good example, I guess. I mean, obviously, I'm a lot older. I was not in high school in 2004. But it's a pretty good idea, the fashion, that you see the hairstyles and stuff, I can see that. I remember kids at that time, younger than me, obviously, walking around wearing those clothes, that hairstyle, those shoes and stuff. So I can understand that, We still had rock back then, okay, which we really don't have anymore, okay, but we actually had musicians that played fucking bands, that played fucking instruments and shit and sang. That used to be a thing back then. Now it's all gone. Now it's all fucking synthesized pop music, R&B shit. But I remember when it wasn't the case. Okay, so this movie is like I said, it's a time capsule. Okay, these were up and coming stars back then that were in there. They got them pretty fucking cheaply. Okay, so let's talk about the basics of the movie here, how it was created. All right, so Mean Girls is the 2004, like I said. This movie was directed by a guy named Mark Waters. Okay, now Mark Waters had done some other stuff. He'd actually worked with Lindsay Lohan before a year earlier when he did a movie called Freaky Friday, which was another fucking remake from a movie with Jodie Foster back in the 70s, all right? Early 70s, okay? Yeah, she did the remake of Freaky Friday. I guess it was her and Jamie Lee Curtis, where they switch bodies or whatever the fuck happens. I didn't watch that piece of shit. Just like I didn't watch the original one either. Why? Well, there's 2 reasons why I didn't watch it. Number 1, because I'm not a girl. And number 2, because I'm not fucking gay. All right, that's why I didn't watch it, all right? Oh, a 3rd reason, because I don't give a shit. All right, but anyway, he directed that, so I guess that's kind of what got him in the club there. The Freaky Friday. That's what established his relationship with Lindsay Lohan, which is probably why he decided that he wanted her to be his lead. Okay, in this movie, his next movie, Mean Girls. Now, Lindsay Lohan at this time. Okay, this was right before she became the super fucking drug addict party girl that she eventually became. I mean, she put fucking Tara Reid to shame, okay? With all the DUIs, all the possession charges, all the jail time that she's done, all the probation, all the rehab. I mean, this was right before all that happened, okay? She really fucked up her career, okay? At this time, she was a very viable leading lady, okay? She was graduating from being a child actress into being a full-blown lead actress, okay? Whatever the reason was, a lot of girls related to her characters in the movie, and they liked her a lot. She is a pretty girl, I will say that. She looks very good in this movie, okay? but she's attractive enough to be one of the fucking popular girls. But the fact that she doesn't, that she's the only character in this movie that's supposed to have half a brain, it's sad. It's sad that fucking, that she experiences no off. She's basically a Mary Sue. Okay, she starts off as an underdog, but she was never really an underdog because, like I said, she climbs the social hierarchy very, very fast with almost no resistance. The only setbacks she has are of her own making. Okay, the guy she likes kissed the other girl. Well, I'm gonna get back at her, and guess what? She gets back at her right away. Like, all she had to do was make the decision, and boom, the seas parted for her. Okay, towards her goal to fucking dethrone fucking Regina and become the new fucking queen of the plastics, all right? The new leader. And she does it very easily, okay? But anyway, Mark Waters directed Freaky Friday, okay? He also directed a movie after this called The Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, and that was in 2009. That's another rom-com chick flick. But the difference is this movie actually had a man as the main character. Now, even when men are the main characters in rom-coms, they still fucking get it wrong. They do, because they're not really going to show a guy acting like a real man. Now, Matthew McConaughey is an icon, okay? He can act like a man. I've seen movies where he acts like a fucking man, okay? But Ghost of Girlfriend Past, he does not, okay? He acts like a gay guy's idea of a man, okay? Who's all about romance, and get the fuck out of here. Romance is great and everything, but it doesn't define your whole fucking life, okay? Like it does for men in these fucking rom-coms, okay? The reason that movie was made because Matthew McConaughey had done some other rom-coms. He did one with Failure to Launch. He did that with Sarah Jessica Parker. He did something else, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Kate Hudson. So he already had a track record of rom-coms, and women really liked him. Okay, so he did it on a rom-com. This time he's the lead. He's the main character. Okay, it was him and Jennifer Garner. All right, and Michael Douglas was in it too. And I actually liked the movie. I own the movie. Okay, I like the movie, but it wasn't that realistic. Okay, it really wasn't that realistic. All right, but it had its own charm to it. Also, Lacey Chabray, who's in this movie, she plays Gretchen in this movie. She's in Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. I recognized her right away. Okay, so a lot of the same actors like intermingle and shit with the same directors and stuff. All right, so there is that. Okay, so he did that one, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, which I might have to review that one because I actually kind of like that movie, but they didn't get fucking Matthew McConaughey's character correct at all. He's supposed to be a womanizer, that all of a sudden the girl that fucking dumped him back in junior high or shit comes back into his life, and all of a sudden he decides he wants to be fucking, an honorable, faithful, fucking, caring fucking boyfriend. Get the fuck out of here. That's not how it works, all right? Anyway. And another movie he directed was He's All That. Once again, this is a fucking remake of a 2001 movie, of a 1999 movie, She's All That. Or was it 1998? It in the late 90s. I can't fucking know. It was with Freddie Prinze Jr., and Paul Walker, and Rachel Lee Cook. Yeah, you remember her? Yeah, I bet you don't remember her. But anyway, she was a thing back in the late 90s, all right? She's All That. That was a fucking chick flick for high schoolers like this one in the late 90s. Okay, and it was very popular. I think it was popular with guys mostly, honestly, because I liked that movie. Okay, I mean, it was bullshit. I mean, Rachel Lee Cook was already fucking fine, but they made her look ugly by having her wear baggy clothes and a ponytail and some glasses. Well, in order to make her popular, the popular guy makes her popular by taking off her glasses, letting her hair down, and putting her in a fucking nice dress. And she's fucking hot, just like that. Get the fuck out of here. That's not how it works in real life, all right? And there have been jokes about that before. Not Another Teenage Movie made a lot of jokes about shit like that, those tropes in the teeny bopper rom-coms, all right? But anyway, She's All That was a popular movie at the time. And then I guess they decided to fucking remake it, okay, on Netflix as He's All That, okay? Get it? It's a reverse this time. This time the guy is the fucking bitch, all right? And it's the popular girl that makes him popular. Get the fuck out of here. And they did the guy, I guess the lead, the guy from fucking Cobra Kai. I saw a commercial for it because I have Netflix, okay, but I didn't actually watch that piece of shit, all right? But it came out in 2021. I saw the original. I'm going to watch He's All That, okay? If they really want to remake that movie, just make him fucking gay and do that fucking movie, all right? But this is, I'm not going to watch this, okay? I'm not going to watch He's All That, okay? Some fucking gay version of fucking She's All That. I'm not watching that piece of shit, all right? But anyway, he directed that too. So you can see his work here, Mark Waters, the kind of movies that he does. I wonder if he's trying to tell us something here. All right. Anyway, I mean, supposedly he's married. Okay, but we all know that don't mean shit, right? Okay. Anyway, and then we got fucking Mother of the Bride, and I guess that's gonna come out later this year. Okay. Mother of the Bride, which is another fucking remake, reboot of Father of the Bride. Okay, which was in the 90s with fucking Steve Martin, which was also a remake, reboot of Father of the Bride, I think from the 60s with Spencer Tracy. Okay, so like this is the third remake of the same fucking movie. It's gonna come out this summer, I guess, on Netflix, all right? So yeah, Mark Waters once again does this, another rom-com. This time it's gonna be with Brooke Shields. Okay, and fucking Benjamin Bratt. Okay, so we got the Latino and the white girl here. So now it's gonna do the interracial version. This time it's Mother of the Bride. Oh my fucking god, man! Do you ever wonder why these movies don't go to theaters anymore? Anyone ever wonder about that? You keep wondering, because I already know. All right, so that's the director, Mark Waters. Okay, that's his body of work. I know he did a lot of TV and stuff, but yeah, this is his fucking wheelhouse here. All right, now who wrote this movie? That's the real thing. Who wrote? Tina Fey wrote this movie. Of course, she put herself in this movie. Now we all know Tina Fey. Tina Fey is part of fucking Second City, okay, which is a comedy club in Chicago. Chicago was called Second City, all right, for a long time. Okay, before LA became the second largest city. Okay, but Chicago is called Windy City because I'm from Chicago, and so it's called Second City. Well, there is a comedy club there called Second City. Okay, which a lot of the famous Saturday Night Live actors, all of them pretty much came from Second City in Chicago, and they all got a contract for a new show in New York called Saturday Night Live. Okay, some of them were doing like SCTV. Okay, which is Second City TV, but it's a Canadian. Okay, and a lot of other comedians came from there, like Rick Moranis and fucking and Joe Slattery, who recently passed away, and John Candy, and Eugene Levy, he was the dad from the fucking American Pie movies. Okay, they all came in from Schitt's Creek, whatever, that guy. Okay, they all came from Second City, like SCTV, Second City. That's Canadian, all right. But then when Chicago. Second City that's where you got John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, okay, and Chevy Chase, okay, all the Garrett Morris, basically Gilda Radner, all of them came from fucking Second City in Chicago, okay, so they all did improv comedy, and then they all got signed on to do this fucking this variety show here, okay, Saturday Night Live. That's where it came from, all right. So anyway, and Lorne Michaels created Saturday Night Live. He also produced this fucking piece of shit movie, all right. Now that's the thing about Saturday Night Live. They get a lot of writers there, usually from Ivy League schools like Harvard and Stanford. That's where they get their writers from. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Okay, and they write a lot of comedy sketches. Okay, only some of it makes it on the air. Okay, but if something sticks with the crowd, they keep redoing those sketches. That's how a lot of actors, a lot of comedians became famous. I mean, like Wayne's World. Okay, that put fucking Mike Myers and Dana Carvey on the map there. Okay, what else? The Coneheads. Okay, that was Dan Aykroyd. That was his thing. The Blues Brothers, Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. Okay, these were all skits on Saturday Night Live that eventually became movies and stuff. Okay, Tim Meadows, Ladies Man. I absolutely fucking love. I don't give a shit what you think. I love that fucking movie, Ladies Man. It's fucking incredible. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen. It's up there with fucking Deuce Bigelow. Okay, another Saturday Night. Oh, I'm at to review those movies, but not today. Sorry. So Tina Fey is from Saturday Night Live. And of course, her thing on Saturday Night Live, she was one of the writers, and then she started doing the Weekend Update, okay, with Amy Poehler, and she started off doing it with Jimmy Fallon, okay, and then she started doing it with Amy Poehler, whatever. Okay, Tina Fey, and she created that show, Third Rock or whatever. I don't know, I never fucking watched it, okay. And that's the movie that brought Alex, that relaunched fucking Alec Baldwin's fucking career as a comedian this time instead of a leading man. And now he fucked it up himself, didn't he? Didn't you, Alec Baldwin? But anyway, you can blame Tina Fey for Alec Baldwin even having a career, okay? She resurrected his career, and he unfortunately blew it away, right? He's got no career anymore. But anyway, yeah. So Tina Fey was one of the writers on Saturday Night Live, and then she also fucking did the Weekend Update, which was very popular when her and Jimmy Fallon did it. And then she started doing it with her best friend Amy Poehler. Okay, so Lorne Michaels, like I said, whenever like something becomes popular on the show, You got to fucking anything that shows up on Saturday Night Live. Lorne Michaels owns it. He owns it. All right. So Tina Fey approaches Lorne Michaels and says, "Hey, listen, you know, I want to make a movie. I wrote a book, a story, a screenplay about my own experiences growing up as a rich, privileged fucking white girl in I think in Pennsylvania is where she's from. Okay, in Upper Darby, Pennsylvania. Okay." So I want to make a movie about that. All right. So Lorne Michaels like, okay, fine, I'll produce it for you. You know, but that means that he keeps all the profits. She'll get her paycheck. He keeps all the profits. Okay, because he owns it. All right. So and that's usually how they do. And once if the movie had been super successful, that's how Tina Fey kept making more movies. She made the money she got from this. She invested into making other movies. But Lorne Michaels was the one that got her break. All right, and that's what he does to a lot of his actors. I mean, Chris Farley, same thing. He got him his first fucking movie, Tommy Boy, I think it was. Or was it Black Sheep? I don't fucking remember, okay? But yeah, that's why so many comedy movies come out with actors from Saturday Night Live, because Lorne Michaels is the one that fucking bankrolled it, okay? Because he's a movie producer, not just the creator and producer of Saturday Night Live, okay? He's got a whole lot of fucking influence in the industry, all right? So that's what happened. She went to him and said, "Hey, listen, I got an idea for a high school movie, blah, blah." So he said, "Okay, you're popular. People like you. They think you're funny. Yeah, let's make this movie." Okay, so that's how Mean Girls came about. All right. So Tina Fey wrote this. Okay, and that's where we got it. Okay, now unfortunately, this movie does not take place in Pennsylvania because Second City is in Chicago. Okay, this movie takes place in Evanston. Okay, now Evanston, for those of you who do not know, okay, is a suburb north of Chicago. It's just north of Rogers Park, which is technically Chicago, okay? I know Evanston because I used to fucking work there, okay? Evanston, we used to call it Evanstein, okay? Because it is a huge Jewish population that lives in Evanston, all right? Very, very big. Like, you'd be lucky to find a church around there, okay? They do have some. It's mostly synagogues, all right? But they got a university there, University of Illinois is there, and yeah, they got the Wildcats. That's their fucking mascot. Because this bar I used to manage over there in Evanston, we used to make a craft beer for them, for the college kids, if they were 21. Okay, and it was purple. Okay, the beer was purple. We put a dye in it to make it purple, so it could match the colors of the team. Okay, the Wildcats beer. We call it Wildcats beer. Right? But it was in Evanston, all right? So that's where this movie takes place. It takes place in Evanston, Illinois. Okay, and there's another alumni in here. I don't remember her fucking name, but there's several. Tim Meadows is also in this movie. Okay, Tim Meadows is in this movie. He plays the principal at the high school. He's also from Saturday Night Live, and of course he's the ladies' man. I got my Cavassier right here. Yeah, I love the ladies' man, by the way. Hilarious. I know they didn't make a sequel, which sucks, but let me tell you, that first Ladies Man movie, the only Ladies Man movie, was fucking good as fuck. It's hilarious. I laughed my ass off, dude. But it's not the best. The best one's actually Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. That's the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life. I don't care what you say. That's the funniest movie I've ever seen in my fucking life. It was Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. The first one, not the second one. But I'll review that another time. Oh my God. Sorry. Okay, moving right along. We're not talking about Deuce Bigelow, although I should talk about him. All right, anyway, so Tina Fey wrote this movie, okay, and she put herself in, she plays a teacher in it, okay, what's her name, Mrs. Darby, or Mrs. Norbury. Yeah, Mrs. Norbury, that's Tina Fey's character in the movie, all right? But yeah, so she wrote this movie, this is her fucking thing, all right? I think it's the first screenplay she ever wrote that actually got produced, all right? And like I said, the producer of this movie is Lorne Michaels, the creator of Saturday Night Live, all right? So we got all that down. Now, as far as the cast goes here, let's start off with our lead, Katie Heron. Okay, it's played by Lindsay Lohan, like this is before she became a fuck-up in Hollywood, and pretty much got blacklisted. Okay, I mean, she's still getting hired doing shit, but not like A-list. She's like C-list now, and it's her own fault. Okay, she's got a dependency. She tried to get help for it, but she doesn't really want help for it. She's constantly fucked up. I think she's kind of sober now, but the damage has been done. She's already done way too much plastic surgery on her face. Okay, she tried to make a career comeback by playing Liz Taylor, I think a year or two ago, in a movie about Liz Taylor and Richard Burton, and that one just fucking fell flat on its face. Liz Taylor did not have fucking did not have fucking Botox and shit like Lindsay Lohan does. All right, so that right there is fucking not believable. If you want to portray a woman before the era of Botox, you don't have a Botox face. I mean, Nicole Kidman did the same shit when she made the fucking I Love Lucy movie. All right, with Javier Bardem, okay? Lucille Ball did not have fucking Botox in her fucking face. Her face actually moved when she talked, all right? Unlike Nicole Kidman, okay? Who's playing Lucy? No, that was all sorts of fucking wrong. But anyway, and I reviewed that movie too. Katie Heron, that's the character Lindsay Lohan plays. Like I said, the biggest problem I have with this is she's the only one that has any sort of self-awareness, okay? She's our main character, okay, but she doesn't really meet that many obstacles. Any obstacle that she's confronted with, she finds a solution for right away, and that's just not realistic. It's hard for me to root for a character like that when everything happens so easily for her, okay? She has no real setbacks. She gets her feelings hurt, and she bounces right back, okay? It's like, what the fuck, you know? All right, Regina George. That character is played by Rachel McAdams. That's the antagonist of this movie. That is Rachel McAdams from The Notebook. Okay, now if I remember correctly, I think The Notebook came out before this. I think it came out before this, or it might have come out the same year. I don't remember. I reviewed that movie, but I don't remember what year The Notebook came out. I can't remember if it came out like in 2002 or if it came out in 2004. I don't fucking remember. All right, but Rachel McAdams from The Notebook is in this movie. She plays the queen bee, the queen bitch of the plastics. Okay, Regina George, rich, privileged. Okay, slutty, fucking arrogant, manipulative, backstabbing, all that shit. That's Regina George's character, played by Rachel McAdams, okay? Who, of course, has got those moles all over her face, man. Damn. And you can connect the dots on her face. All right, moving right along. Yeah, I don't like her that much. I don't. Okay, Miss Norbury, like I said, that's the teacher in this movie, played by Tina Fey, who's actually kind of funny. She wrote herself some funny jokes here. The backstory with her is she got divorced over the summer, and she's always harping about that, about pushing her fucking husband through law school because she's a pusher, and that blew up in her fucking face, Actually, the part that's unrealistic is because of no-fault divorce, which Reagan signed in the 60s, okay? Most states are no-fault divorce. Actually, women usually come out winners in divorces, okay, as far as money-wise. Maybe not emotional-wise, but money-wise, they come out as winners. So the idea that she got bankrupted in her divorce, which Miss Norbury says she did, okay, would even mean that either she was one of the few percentage that actually fucking lost in the divorce case, or I don't know. There's no explanation for it. Like, how could usually men get bankrupted from divorces, not women? But anyway, so that part to me is a little unrealistic, but who knows? All right, Karen Smith. That character is played by Amanda Seyfried. This woman is fucking retarded. Okay, this girl, Amanda Seyfried. You've seen her in a lot of things. Okay, fucking Mamma Mia. I mean, a lot of shit. She always plays like the nice, sweet, innocent girl. Okay, girlfriend in every fucking movie out there that came out like in the 2000s. All right, in early 2010s. Now she plays bitches. Okay, I think in 2011 she decided to play Linda Lovelace, the porn star, the first famous porn star ever. And after she did that, she started playing evil, slutty bitches. Which she never did before. Okay, and I know she plays one in a movie with. I can't remember his name, but she cheats on, I think, Kevin Bacon's character. She cheats on him or something, and you don't find out till the very end that she's an evil, fucking, cold-hearted slut. Okay, that kind of, I didn't see that fucking movie. I don't know. But I'm sure you all know what movie I'm talking about. I know she played the girlfriend like in Ted 2, the one with Mark Wahlberg and the fucking talking, fucking bear, whatever, the teddy bear talking. Okay, anyway. So yeah, she's been around. She's done a lot of shit, a lot of rom-coms. Okay, like I said, Mamma Mia, and she did this one movie I saw with fucking Channing Tatum where he played a soldier. It was a Nicholas Sparks movie. I actually watched that movie and read the book. Oh, what a piece of shit that was. But she played the love interest in that. Okay, y'all know which one I'm talking about. All right, anyway, I can't think of it right now. All right, Gretchen, that character is played by Lacey Chabert, okay, who everyone thinks is Jennifer Love Hewitt. They even made a joke about it in a movie called Can't Hardly Wait, which is a comedy, okay, a high school comedy that I saw when I was in the Marines, okay, where she basically plays the Jennifer Love Hewitt character from in Not Another Teenage Movie, they made that joke, okay? Where she plays the Jennifer Love Hewitt character from Can't Hardly Wait. Not Another Teenage Movie, that's the one, okay? Yeah, and a lot of people confuse her as being Jennifer Love Hewitt. No, she's not Jennifer Love Hewitt, okay? Gretchen, Lacey Chabert, she's another fucking idiot, superficial bitch, okay? Dumb as fuck. Okay, and I remember she was also in Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, And like I said before, and she was also in Lost in Space. Remember that movie from the late '90s, the one with William Hurt and Mimi Rogers and Heather Graham? Remember that one? And Matt LeBlanc. Remember that? Yeah, she played one of the kids in that one. I forgot her name. Anyway, she was. I remember her from that. Okay, I don't know what the fuck she's doing now. Who cares? All right, Aaron Samuels. That character is played by Jonathan Bennett. Okay, he's the love interest in this movie. Okay, he's like the stud who's friendly and nice and never curses, really, and has no fucking friends. And he's one of the most popular guys at school. And he's fucking clueless himself. Okay, he can't fucking see that his fucking evil bitch of a girlfriend's cheating on him. He can't see that he's being manipulated by the girl sitting behind him, pretending to be dumb. You can't see that either. So he's a fucking dumb fuck as well. All right, but he's the love interest. Okay, he's the fucking love interest. Okay, and I figured out why he's so nice in the movie. Okay, I think it's because in real life he's fucking gay. Married to some fucking dude, another actor. Go figure. All right. Next one, Janice Ian. That character is played by Lizzie Kaplan. Now she's the goth chick. Okay, she's the outsider. Okay, the girl that used to be popular, but now she's shunned by the popular girls. She's not as stupid as the plastic. She's actually smarter, but she's bitter. And she acts like she doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. She wears the goth outfits, the hair's all fucked up and black, dyed black. She's gonna have like tattoos and piercings and shit, one of those girls, all right? But deep down inside, the reason she acts that way is because she's actually super fucking sensitive, okay? Her feelings get hurt very easily, so all she does is spend her time working in the goddamn fucking Bath and Beyond, okay? And plotting revenge and fucking hating the whole fucking world. But she does fucking, she does befriend Katie, okay? So they hit it off pretty well because Katie's an outsider in the beginning, all right? All right, and then the final guy is this guy named Damien, who's this big, tall, fat, dumb fuck of a guy, okay, who actually turns out to be fucking a flaming fucking queer, all right? Flaming gay guy that looks like a guy that you would watch football with and drink some beers with, but he's actually flaming queer. That's who this guy is, all right? Because you got to have the LGBTQ, because everyone knows that in rom-coms, they never ever have the girl with the gay best friend. Never fucking happens in rom-coms. It only happens in guy movies, all right? So, so you don't want to feed into that stereotype. That's why they put a gay guy in there, all right? To get that perspective, okay, to make all the fucking gay jokes and shit, all right? He reminds me of there's a show called Modern Family. I don't watch that fucking show. Are you out of your mind? Of course I'm not going to watch it. But apparently there's a gay couple in there where one of the dads, the gay dad, looks like he would be your baseball coach, your little league coach, but he's actually a flaming homosexual. Well, that's what this guy is, okay? So imagine it's that guy, but in high school, okay? That's it's played by Daniel Franzese, okay, Damien. Is he gay or not in real life? I don't fucking know it. I don't care. All I know is that Jonathan Bennett, okay, Aaron Samuels' character, he's gay in real life, okay? So there, that's the background for the movie. I'll be back shortly to continue actually reviewing the fucking story of this movie. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.